very warm welcome, viewers, to the Thursday edition of 6 Stories at 6. I am Rakshita Mishra with you. It's a hit job on the dead pilots of Air India by foreign media houses like the Wall Street Journal in the latest, as they continue with their smear campaign against the pilots of AI-171. The pilot body is furious. We'll tell you all that has followed, the voices that matter. Meanwhile, India is pushing for Atmanirbharta in defense, viewers. Self-reliance in defense with special focus on the game of drones. The drone warfare in today's time post-Operation Sindoor. Meanwhile, Israel is bombing Syria and dramatic visuals have surfaced. Meanwhile, we'll also get a story from Maharashtra, where a free run is being given to the MNS goons. There's no stopping Raj Thakre's goons, it seems. And also, of course, the story, as I was telling you, from Israel, where the Jewish nation is bombing Syria. We'll tell you why. Moving on to the other story, the fifth story on 6 Stories at 6 is the law and order situation. There's an absolute breakdown ahead of the elections as far as the security situation is concerned. There is a shootout in the Patna hospital, a gang war reported. Meanwhile, finally, we'll tell you about Bangladesh that is witnessing a massive flare-up. Pressure continues to mount on Muhammad Yunus. We'll start with story number one right now, viewers. That is, of course, about the report of the AAIB and the coverage that has followed in foreign media, viewers. The report is in another massive controversy. Wall Street Journal, viewers, has cited cockpit recording of the dialogue between the two pilots of Air India flight that crashed last month, and said that it indicated that the captain turned off the switches that controlled the fuel flowing to the plane's engines. The speculative report does not cite any authenticated source. It tries establishing guilt on the pilot, blame the pilot, this deceased pilots. Meanwhile, from Air India, which rushed to give a clean chit to itself, and AAIB, whose report is being misinterpreted, and the Civil Aviation Ministry, they all have gone completely quiet, radio silence from them. India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation, Boeing and Air India have not responded to this coverage by these foreign media outlets, and the latest being Wall Street Journal. The two pilots involved were Captain Sumit Sabharwal and First Officer Clive Kundar, who had total flying experience of 15,638 hours and 3,403 hours, respectively, viewers. And in the latest, viewers,
the investigation report is very clear, where it did not say that the pilots have moved the switches. Secondly, the CVR recording does not say so. So how are they jumping to the conclusion to that the pilots have done it and it's a pilot error? I strongly condemn their theory and their perceptions on the issue. For this reason, we have yesterday given a press statement from the Federation of Indian Pilots that we strongly condemn any such media reports or any views on the subject which do not have substantially any evidence whatsoever. The Minister for Civil Aviation also in his press statement did mention that this is a preliminary report and detailed report will follow. So still the Western media is jumping, and it is very disheartening that such reports are coming out.
We have Captain Surjit Panisar, former Flight Safety Director, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, Captain Panisar. Now, we heard the pilot body. It's completely outraged and it is mulling legal actions. What really brings us to the attention is that why the DGCA, why the ministry, or even or Air India, the airlines, is completely silent. They are being mute spectators to this hit job on the dead pilots of Air India, sir. How do you see this?
I will tell you about DGCA, how the massive corruption in DGCA, professional corruption. But I want to ask these people, Boeing company and the Wall Street Journal, these companies are very honest, they're following the tradition. When a pilot dies, put the whole blame on the pilot because he's not going to come out of the grave and speak what he did. Now they are talking, let the Boeing answer me one question. How did the rat got deployed immediately as they're getting airborne? Was there any electrical failure or something wrong? Why they are not coming out with that? It is the Boeing company which has to answer, not the AIB. And AIB is not coming out with the truth because they don't have any expert. Let me tell you, I wrote a letter.
Sir, I think there's a problem with your audio. I can't hear you. Captain Panisa, we'll just try and reconnect with you. We can't hear you right now, viewers, but yes, the pilot's body has spoken up against the Wall Street Journal and is mulling legal action, viewers. This after the Wall Street Journal published a report in the latest citing pilot error, saying that one of the pilots, in fact, had deserted the cockpit as well. We will move on to other stories on 6 Stories at 6 that we are tracking for you, viewers. This is about the game of drones and the push for Atmanirbharta in defense. Chief of Integrated Defense Staff, Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit, in the latest has called for a unified national push to indigenize drone technology following the strategic success of Operation Sindoor, citing the global shift in warfare from Ukraine to West Asia. Dikshit emphasized how the UAVs have added a new dimension to combat. He urged that India's military, scientific institutions, academia, civil agencies and industry must collaborate to aggregate the demand to boost manufacturing and reduce import dependence. This comes the day after Chief of Defense Staff General Anil Chauhan had said that today's warfare has to be fought with tomorrow's technology, not yesterday's weapons. And he also stressed the urgency of developing homegrown defense systems. Take a listen in to both the officers, and then we will make you understand how India already is working towards indigenous arsenal.
That work on principles of line of sight, data link are limited in range and capabilities.
Drone thing, it has been live for a very long time, but after this Op Sindoor's success, debates are happening, and we are going deeper and deeper into this aspects. The strategic significance of UAVs and along with it the counter UAVs has suddenly become known to each and every child in India. We have to really improve. In my opinion, this UAVs, drones, and you can call it by any other name, loitering munition, that is the attritable version, and that is the one which is to be treated as maybe ammunition. What we have been seeing in last a few years of drone usage, and that a lot of components were coming from outside. So military and civil authorities have to give their requirement. Industry has to do innovation and innovation and innovation, and certainly your pain points which have been brought out, please submit and we'll see what best we can do.
All right, we have Major Samar Patur, defense expert and a modern warfare expert, joining us on the broadcast. Thanks so much, Major Patur, for joining us. And, we've seen the importance of drones in today's combat. We've seen this especially in India's context during Operation Sindoor. There's a lot of talk about drones, and now we've seen that the Indian Army has made, has made demands, has in fact filed for requirements of drones, and there are deals that have been struck with several companies. We've seen that there is a sudden push for, the drones, and especially made in India drones. How do you see this development?
Rakshita, you see, Operation Sindoor has come out to be a boon for the drone industry in India, because we've been innovating, and there's been R&D going on in terms of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And you see, once the clause came in that none of the drones can have the Chinese components in them, that is where the pressure on the vendors increased, pressure on the industry increased. But I am glad that we've been able to overcome these pressures. Few exceptions can be there, but yes, majority of the technical aspect is now Chinese free technology. It is moreover related to the Western countries and related to South Korea and to some extent Taiwan. So you see that the dependency is not on one certain country at all. It's now distributed evenly amongst the Western countries. So it makes it easy in terms of our R&D. And moreover, with Op Sindoor, it is given a stamp that the accuracy and the capability and efficiency of the drones have proved their mettle. They have proved their worth. And now is the time where Army has actually realized, in fact, all the Triforces, Army, Navy and Air Force, that yes, yes, drones can replace soldiers on the ground. Drones can get the results what one expensive missile can do, that a drone which is quarter the cost of a missile can give the results. So you see, the dependability, the accuracy, the stealth, and the quantity of the drones is what is on upper hand. We have the upper edge. Moreover, we have the techies, the software programming language, which is the brainchild of the drones. So we are excelling very well in terms of artificial intelligence and various software languages, which is helping us to encrypt and keep our drones from being jammed. But you see, Rakshita, the government has to provide the private drone manufacturer a satellite bandwidth. Until and unless we do not get a satellite bandwidth granted by the government, our spectrum of operation is going to be very limited. So we need this at the moment, that satellite bandwidth should be allotted to us. Secondly, anti-jamming technology. We are fast-pacing our development in anti-jamming and in anti-spoofing, and our drones are very effective. They can fly at the nape of the earth, and they can fly at even 5 kilometers in the air, and they are not detectable. They are unstoppable. And the best part is the precise target acquisition system is so precise that there is very less room of error when they go in for the attack mode. So this has come out to be a win-win for both the Triforces and the drone industry.
Absolutely, right. Of course, and important to focus on them. Thank you so much, Major Tool, for joining us on Republic TV, as always, with your insights on the matter. We will shift our focus to now West Asia. Again, there is an escalation that is being witnessed. Syria has been hit by a new wave of violence. Many people have been killed after clashes between the government loyalists and Druze community. Now, this prompted Syrian forces to intervene in the matter, and things took a dramatic turn. Now, Israel intervened. Israel launched a massive strike on Syrian military strikes targeting the defense ministry, their presidential palace, and a shocking wave of visuals also surfaced where a TV anchor you can see on your screens was seen running for cover during a live broadcast. In the backdrop, you can see the strike that happened in central Damascus. It got attacked by Israeli airstrikes, and it declared Israel's clear intention to protect the Druze community and prevent Syria from establishing a terror stronghold in the region. Another reporter you can see while during the live reporting, you can see what happened, absolute state of chaos that unfolded. Now, some Israeli leaders are also urging restraint and safe return. So you can see that attack on several locations in Syria, and dramatic visuals that came in, and dramatic visuals have unfolded. The situation is right now tense in Syria. Of course, there are reports coming in of deals between the government and the community leaders. But yes, the situation you can see is right now on the boil. And Gunda Raj continues on the streets of Maharashtra. Video in the latest has sparked protests in Mumbai. What happened in Mumbai near Vikhroli, that a Marwari shopkeeper was beaten up allegedly for insulting the Marathi people on social media. In fact, an MNS leader can be seen in a video pushing him, forcing him to, apologize, hold his ears, and also he was forced to walk barefoot. Now, this incident escalated into a confrontation with the MNS officials taking out a procession against the shopkeeper. A police complaint has been filed regarding the altercation, but the fact remains, viewers, there is no end. There's no fear of law among these goons of Raj Thakre's MNS, and they continue to do this. Such visuals emerge day in and day out. Here's a report.
Hooliganism continues on the streets of Maharashtra over the language row. A Marwari shopkeeper's alleged comments about Marathi people on social media has invited the ire of MNS workers. MNS workers allegedly went to his shop, questioned him about the post, and then beat him up. Their ringleader Vishwajit Dholam led a protest and the physical assault on the shopkeeper. The victim was then forced to walk barefoot. A video of the incident went viral on social media, sparking outrage. The incident has escalated into a confrontation, with the MNS officials taking out a procession against the shopkeeper. A police complaint has also been filed regarding this altercation. And this is not the first instance when MNS workers allegedly targeted a man over the Marathi language. Instances of violence over language in Maharashtra are on the rise.
माणसाला हात लागला नाही पाहिजे, नाही तर हा हात तुझ्या कुठे लटकेल ते येणारा काळ सांगेल.
In Thane's Bhivandi, MNS forced a non-Marathi rickshaw driver to apologize after a scuffle broke out between him and a Marathi youth. In Mira Road area of Thane district, an elderly food stall owner was allegedly beaten up by MNS workers for not speaking Marathi. In the video, the food stall owner can be seen slapped continuously. The same MNS workers vandalized a toll plaza in Akola, alleged lack of civility. On the streets, hooliganism seems to be the new norm in Maharashtra.
And viewers, now in a shocking incident from Patna, a shootout was reported from a hospital. It's said to be a gang war-like situation. It involved the infamous criminal Chandan Mishra from Buxar. He was on parole and he was in the hospital, Paras Hospital in Patna for treatment. And you can see the CCTV that is accessed by Republic TV. You can see these 5 men. They had guns and they entered the hospital and no one checked them, it seems. They entered the hospital and they opened fire on Chandan Mishra. And we understand that he has succumbed and they fled from this scene. So the manhunt continues. The gang war in hospital, you can see that footage. The hospital security personnel is also under scanner because how could these individuals enter with weapons and of course carry out this firing. Also, now, since the state of law and order, we remember there was Gopal Khemka, the businessman that was also shot dead a week ago. He was also shot dead. So these high-profile murders are happening ahead of the elections. And what does the police have to say? They are blaming that during the rainy season, the farmers are idle. They are not doing anything. So they indulge in crimes. Listen in.
हाल में जो काफ़ी हुआ है कि शूटर्स कई हत्याएं हुई हैं होती पूरे बिहार में और इस माह मई जून में ज़्यादा मर्डर होते आई है वर्षों से अप्रैल मई जून जब तक बरसात नहीं होती है ये सिलसिला जारी रहता है क्योंकि ज़्यादातर किसान को कोई काम नहीं रहता है। एक बरसात होने के बाद लोग कृषक समाज के लोग व्यस्त हो जाते हैं और घटनाएं घटती है, परंतु आप लोग के द्वारा प्रेस के द्वारा हत्या पर हत्या कुछ इस वर्ष चुनाव भी है तो राजनीतिक दलों के द्वारा भी इस पर ज्यादा नजरिया दिया गया है तो उसको लेके भी हम लोग चिंतित थे कि हाँ नवयुवक ज्यादा पैसा के लिए सुपारी किलिंग शुरू कर दिए हैं। तो एक नया सेल इसी माह हम लोग गठन किए हैं। वो सेल का काम होगा कि जितने पूर्व के शूटर्स हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किलर्स, सुपारी जो लेते हैं मारते हैं, वो ऐसे लोगों का डाटा बैंक बनाएंगे और उन पर निगरानी रखेंगे। जेल से छूटने के बाद भी वो क्या कर रहे हैं क्या नहीं कर रहे हैं डोजेज उनकी रहेगी और हम शेयर करेंगे हर जिला से या जिला से भी अनुरोध करेंगे कि इन पर निगरानी रखें।
And finally, viewers, news from Bangladesh. In Gopalganj, a series of violent incidents erupted throughout the day surrounding the month-long central program of July March of the National Citizens Party, the NCP, orchestrated by activists of the banned organization Chhatra League. From morning to afternoon, various parts of the city witnessed arson attacks on police and administration vehicles, an assault of the convoy of Upazila Executive Officer, and incidents of cocktail explosions, vandalism at the rally venue. Around 12:45 p.m., Chhatra League activists entered the rally venue in Gopalganj city with a procession, chanting slogans and storming the stage. Eyewitnesses reported that they tore down banners and posters and vandalized chairs. During the attack, cocktail explosions also occurred, injuring several people. So viewers, we have Alauddin Mohammed, the joint member, secretary of NCP Dhaka. He is joining us on the broadcast for more. The National Citizen Party, and what really has happened? These are fatal clashes that have happened, and we know there is an outcry and there are clashes between different parties. The law and order situation is completely breaking down. What really is unfolding in Dhaka right now? And what are the demands?
Thank you very much for having me. I am actually with the team, and we are with the team for ongoing the road march having which will cover 64 districts of Bangladesh, and I am outside Dhaka. But actually what happened yesterday is not the situation for the whole country. This is the actual district of, past President, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. So that definitely that is the one of the power hub of the Awami League, which is currently banned, which activities is banned in Bangladesh. And the situation faced by the NCP leaders there was unfortunate, and it was actually the failure of the law and order situation there. And 144 was declared aftermath of the incident, and it was under control, but unfortunately for death by the clash between the law enforcing agencies and the protesters who came with the weapons there. So we called for a nationwide protest today, and the protest held successfully, and there was no more violence. And we had today 2 districts we covered. One is Faridpur, and we had covered another district, Rajbari now.
Right.
And from Rajbari, we have completed our program. Now we are going to another district, which is called Huoliganism.
Alauddin Mohammed, thanks so much for joining us on Republic TV for that. Viewers, that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with more breaking developments at 6:30. Thank you so much for watching.